What is up, you guys? It is Negwa and I am back with another video. I know it's been a minute, but I have things coming for you guys, things that are in progress, including this Pride video. And again, I know I'm a little bit late, but I wanted to share this with you before the month ended. I found some super cool Pride mods, LGBTQ plus mods, that I wanted to share before the end of June. Just because it's not Pride Month anymore doesn't mean you can't use these in your game. So, we are starting off with this sim that I designed. This is Kay. They use he, him pronouns, and they have a feminine frame. So, that's going to come into play when we look at another mod later on. I'm not going to talk too much about the custom content, but I can link it below for you to go find yourself. Or in my website, it depends. I know YouTube is having some issues, but there are a few different CC pieces that I am using here on him, and he looks fabulous. So the first mod we're going to talk about today is the LGBT mod. So this mod is by Pimp My Sims 4. The LGBT mod adds many LGBTQ plus gameplay traits to your game, which provide new interactions and buffs to create a more in-depth experience. It also adds lot traits, events, and holiday traditions. This is awesome. This is a really robust mod that adds LGBTQ plus culture into your game. I'm going to start by talking about the aspiration. So, if you go into your aspirations, you can see there's an LGBTQIA plus aspiration, which is LGBT rights activist. So this sim advocates for LGBT Sims rights in society. So we can go ahead and check that. And then to see some of the other features, we're going to go into the game. So be right back. Now that we are in the game, we can look more at the LGBT rights activist aspiration. So the first steps are create a social media profile, research about LGBT community on the community for an hour on the computer. I can't talk today. Be good friends with 3 LGBT Sims and have 100 followers. So I tried to look at the next steps, and I'm not sure if there are additional steps, but they're not coming up. Unfortunately, I may be missing a mod that is required. If so, my bad. The mod also comes with a number of LGBT traits, including ally, aromantic, asexual, bisexual, demi, gay, gender fluid, lesbian, LGBT activist, non-binary, pansexual, transgender, drag queen or king, and questioning. There is also an additional file, trigger warning, that you can include for homophobic and transphobic traits if you want to add some of that realness to your game, but of course they are optional and they're not included in the base mod. So if you want to use these traits, you will go in and click on your sim and click LGBT mod. You can then go to the settings and set gender as gender fluid, transgender, or non-binary, sexuality as all of these wonderful options, and then other traits such as activist, phobic, in closet, out of closet, drag queen or king, or ally. So once you add a sexuality trait to your sim, they automatically get the trait of in the closet. This will prevent homophobic or transphobic sims from being uncomfortable around sims that haven't come out yet. So if you had homophobic sims in your game, but your personal sim is not yet out of the closet, they won't get an uncomfortable buff, whereas if your sim is out of the closet, they will. So the intention with K is to create a female to male trans character so that we can try out another mod later on in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and set gender as transgender, and then I will go in and set to LGBT activist, since that is our aspiration, and sexuality as demisexual. And so now we have K. If you go down to your trait section, you can see transgender, LGBT activist, in the closet, and demisexual. So now let's try out some of the LGBT interactions, social events, and more. So the LGBT mod adds 5 events. We have the LGBT meetup, way to meet other Sims in the LGBT community. A coming out party. This is a gold event. You can come out to your friends, family in a festive environment. You can earn money as a reward upon completion. We have the LGBT charity gala. Host a gala to help raise money for an LGBT charity that delivers advice, support, information services to the community. This is a gold event. Host to raise money. If you get gold, you will receive a new gameplay trait, Activist, which gives you 2 new interactions. Talk about protesting and ask to join cause, which has a chance of turning other Sims into LGBT activists as well. Now this event does require city living for some of the goals. We also have an LGBT protest. Join other Sims and protest for LGBT rights. It's not a gold event, but you do need city living in order for it to work. You invite other Sims to a lot and start a protest. I did not mention this mod does come with protest sign overrides, but it overrides what is already in the game, so you can use them, but you don't have to. And our final event, a drag show. Put on a show by singing, dancing, or acting out scenes while dressed in drag. This is a gold event where you can win money and also the drag queen or king trait. These goals are mostly performance based, so it gives you the freedom to run the show how you like. So those are 5 new events that we have, and we can plan accordingly. It also comes with a holiday tradition of Pride Spirit, but unfortunately I think in the recent update it was broken, but we will stay up to date with this and hopefully it gets fixed very soon. And then to top it all off, we have lot traits. So if we go into our lot and go to look at our traits, we have a gay hotspot, an LGBT hotspot, a lesbian hotspot, and that's it. I thought there were more. My bad. So those are 3 hotspots that you can add. The LGBT hotspot spawns LGBT Sims in your world to that lot. Gay hotspot spawns gay Sims, and lesbian spawns lesbian Sims, of course. Also, we can go into the mod and ponder about sexuality and our gender identity. It gives us focus buffs. Who am I? Sometimes I wonder if I was born in the right body. So for the final part of this mod, we're going to go look at interactions and go find some other Sims to see what those interactions are like. So let's go see if we can find some other Sims to meet. So now we're going to test out some of the reactions from the mod, from ask about sexuality, ask about pronouns, get excited about pride, bit, and others. So let's go. So this is a friend we loaded at the beach, and let's see. We have to do an introduction, of course. We haven't done that yet. Come on. What's happening? Alright, so we're also getting a buff worried. What if someone finds out we're in the closet? So let's go and see if we can find, so we can come out over here. We can go and see different interactions, and ask about their identity. So I'm going to go in here and see what kind of happens when I come out. Okay, so that seems fine. I wonder if it changed our trait, or we didn't necessarily come out. We came out to one person. Okay, so we are out of the closet. I'll probably test in a Let's Play too. Like if we use this aspiration and we create our social media profile, are we automatically out of the closet once we make that account? Because that would make sense. Wait, are you in the water? Oh, I didn't realize you were in the water. That's why I keep hearing those water sounds. So that would be interesting to see if he comes out of the closet when he creates that profile. So that is some about the LGBT mod, and now we're going to look at the transition mod. As I mentioned before, Kay here has a feminine frame, but they are female to male transition. So the transition mod actually makes it possible for you to transition instead of just going into cast and changing those settings. what we're going to do is we're going to click on K, and we are going to click transition. So we're going to see, we're going to send him to get top surgery and see what happens from there. So he's going to the hospital. It costs money. We paid $10,000. So I will be back when he is done with his surgery. So as you can see, Kay is back from the hospital. He's uncomfortable because he just went and swam and apparently doesn't like fitness. But so you can see he just had the surgery and he does look physically different. The body looks different. The body has changed. And then from the options, it does look like he can have another surgery. Another top surgery if we choose. So I think it kind of changes gradually through the surgeries. Now we also have the option of taking hormones and going to voice training, and that will change the tone of voice. So if we hear how he sounds.
Oots, Escafane, Spinner,
Flaunting as well.
Canathora Fibine.
And then we're going to go in and we're going to go take hormones and see what he sounds like afterwards. So Kate is back from his hormone therapy, and as you can see, he is very uncomfortable from aching wounds. And if we listen, his voice has changed. So thanks to the hormones, he has had a change in voice. So this is a great mod for allowing... Okay, someone in the background is a little excited. But as I said, this is a mod that allows you to really play out these stories in a way that you couldn't if you just had to go into cast and change your sims from there. So these are 2 mods for Pride Month that hopefully will add a lot to your gameplay and a lot to your story. They're both really cool. Like I said, the LGBT mod is super robust and adds so much. And this mod is fantastic for adding that realism, which a lot of us love. So if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. And this one's going to be about AI. Bye!